It's time to choose the top play of the year. I'm the 2KMC, and we've waited 36 episodes specifically for this moment. Who's got the best play in NBA 2K18? You choose right.
It's game time in Philadelphia. Clark, when you went up against another great forward in the league, what was your mindset?
One, I wanted to go right at him. I wanted to put him on his heels if I could. And then I also wanted to be attentive to trying to disrupt him and make him uncomfortable, because if you can get a guy off his game a little bit, that can serve you and your team well. So early, I wanted to get off to a good start, be physical, and try to assert my will in the matchup right away.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Miller, and it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. Now here's Simmons. Screen by Saric, and it's Simmons.
Oh, goodness. Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound. And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Here's Rondo. A 14-point game for him in the win against Indiana. Here's Daniels. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And, you know, the Sixers were heavily criticized for the so-called process, enduring the pain of losing big. People forget the prior decade when the team tried to contend, only won a single playoff series.
Both free throws good from Daniels. And Clark, it's true the Sixers were a team long stuck in the middle. Does that help explain why they employed such drastic measures to rebuild?
I think so, Kevin. Clearly, they tried getting there the usual way, when you try to develop players and maybe add a key free agent here or there, and it didn't quite work. And the process was Plan B. And that process has really started to pay some dividends, so I don't blame them for trying it.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here's Simmons. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Washington.
Yeah, excellent work on the boards that night. Always in attack mode, and that allowed him to get plenty of rebounds.
Here is Daniels after Ben Simmons' bucket, and stolen by Simmons. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Simmons slams it in.
Can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit on these kinds of looks and just plays right through the contact.
Simmons against Rondo. And Embiid with the block. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Screen by Saric. Here's Evans out to Saric. Knocked loose. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Philadelphia.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And stolen by Redick. The finish, and Evans throws it down hard.
And Evans there showing the ability to elevate. When you let him get near the bucket, he has the ability to hurt your feelings.
Now here's Rondo. Miller outside. Over in the corner, Cousins. And the 3 off target. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Indiana Pacers.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
And it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So we can't forget about that part of it either.
Now here's Rondo. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Kicks it to Miller. Cousins with a screen on Evans. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Davis. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Now here's Rondo. Dishes to Davis. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Oh! Wow! We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Puts it up from 7. And Embiid with the block.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when that shot is coming.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And, you know, Joel Embiid quickly emerging as one of the league's elite rim protectors. I mean, Coach Brett Brown called him the crown jewel, the centerpiece to their defense.
The 76ers leader. Evans kicks to Simmons. And now here comes Daniels, leading the break. Shoots from 12. And his 3rd shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. Rondo with the steal. Miller with a wide open look, but they'll get another chance. It's stolen by Saric. Simmons passes to Embiid. He gets that one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Kicks it out to Evans. The basket good off the assist. From Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. Pelicans trail by 6. He'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry. What's the news there, David?
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Pelicans trail by 4. Hill has the open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel. And between those 3 guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game. And I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe. And those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
New Orleans making a switch here. Liggins is checked in. The Pelicans trail. Crawford kicks to Hill. Crawford outside. Clock at 6. Screen by Cousins. He goes up again, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
And Brett Brown, such a great fit in Philadelphia. He loves the town, loves the game, loves to coach. He says about the town, Clark, it reminds him of his hometown.
Well, that's nice to hear because he does embody a lot of the grit that you come to know and expect from Philadelphians. I mean, it reminds him of where he's from. He's faced the media through tough times. He's always candid and forthright. And he's coaching with a long lens, as he put it, building towards something great. And, man, I tell you, that passion and enthusiasm just oozes out of him, which is pretty cool to see.
Now here's Crawford. He's covered by McConnell. It's Crawford with the drive. He can't get that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Bellinelli. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The 76ers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Bellinelli.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release, mark it up.
Crawford outside. He dishes it to Cousins. Shot to stop the run. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Zeller passes to McConnell. The 3. And Zeller kicks to Holmes. Lamb dishes to Zeller. And the pass to McConnell. Here's Lamb. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Lamb's got 5.
This is his... good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Hands it from downtown. And that's 15 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
And Zeller kicks to Bellinelli. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Crawford drives in. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. New Orleans shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes the first. And Philadelphia making a change here. Both free throws good from Crawford. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Harrison. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Back to Ilyasova. Passes it to Harrison. Buries the long-range jumper. Harrison's got his first 3 points of the game. Crawford. That one, no good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. 76ers on top. They lead by 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and having gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kev. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got DeAndre Liggins, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Hill. Then there's Jordan Crawford, and it's Clark in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Covington. Ilyasova against Hill. And Lamb kicks to Covington. 5 on the clock. Pick by Zeller. Shoots off the screen, and again it's Philadelphia.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Crawford kicks to Cousins. Lays it up and banks it in. Cousins has got 17.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is. Tell you what, the defense has to be kicking themselves. Just a step late there, and the shooter made them pay for it.
Covington passes to Harrison. Ilyasova a screen. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Crawford. Cousins against Zeller. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Cousins.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Here's Harrison. No good on the 3.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
And, you know, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Covington dishes to Zeller. Here's Lamb. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Clark, if you were coaching a team, you had 1 shot to win a game on the line, which player in the league would you want to take that shot?
I like a lot of guys for last shot circumstances. LeBron James is always on my list. Kyrie Irving is at the top of my list. Damian Lillard is a killer. Isaiah Thomas, the little big man, is phenomenal in those kind of late game situations. But I think I'm going to tip my hat to Kyrie Irving. Uncle Drew is my guy.
Back to Evans. Embiid the screen. Evans inside. He's against Miller. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And New Orleans gets called for the foul. 76ers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
You got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreek Evans can play a few different spots for you, and he's got nice handles for a guy his size.
And the 76ers making a change here. Redick is checked in.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Saric is checked in for Ilyasova. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And Ben Simmons putting on over 30 pounds of muscle going into his rookie season. Do you think there was any connection between that extra weight and the broken bone he suffered in his foot?
I could certainly understand why people might speculate that, but I'm not going to go there. Clearly, strength is more important than additional weight, and those kinds of injuries do tend to show up because of overuse, though, Kevin. And you know, Ben Simmons, a one-and-done player at LSU. He grew up in Australia. Didn't really watch much college basketball. Said he would have preferred to go straight from high school to the pros.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Here's Evans, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And Simmons ineligible for the Wooden Award at LSU for academic reasons. He made it clear, I am here for basketball.
Well, and I don't like that mindset there. It's clearly accurate, but while you're in school, you should make that part of the equation and be serious about it. Doing just enough to get by, not the way to approach it. Clearly a tremendous talent between the lines, though. No denying that.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And the shot goes in from Embiid.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence.
Davis sets a screen. Rondo kicks to Davis, to the middle. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from Daniels.
Beautiful pick by the big man, Cousins.
And he gets the bucket.
Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently, the vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Outside Rondo. Here's Davis. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Saric outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists here tonight.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
They set the screen. Rondo with the ball. Out guarded by Simmons. In the corner, Daniels. Now the feed to Davis. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. And the rejection by Embiid. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Here's Saric. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Philadelphia. There's the dish to Miller. Rondo is screen on Evans. Davis, the pass to Miller. Evans gets the rebound. Evans has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside for Simmons. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Clark, I'm certain for coaches and for players too, but certainly for the coach because he's got to moderate this, how he tries to keep his players focused every night in every game in the NBA. It's such a long season.
Yeah, it really is a long season, and you have to sprinkle and not spray if you're a coach. By that, I mean you can't use all of your material too early in terms of motivating. But the other thing is, you need not be motivating your players all the time if you're a coach. That's something that pro players should be doing themselves.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the 76ers. T.J. McConnell comes in for Ben Simmons. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Stolen by Evans. Now, here's McConnell. Defense right on him. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Daniels kicks to Davis. Screen by Cousins. Davis dishes to Daniels. Back to Davis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
The Pelicans have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
He's off on the second. Clark, the idea of player loyalty has been a topic the last few years. From your view, do you think players have an obligation to stick with the team that drafted them if they can?
I'd like to see that happen, Kevin. I'm a bit of a traditionalist, and personally, I think it's cool to see guys hang with the team that drafted them as long as they can move forward towards their aspirations and goals individually and as a team. I also never begrudge players that after a time decide they'd like to explore a different opportunity with a different team for whatever the reasons might be that drive that. But traditionally and personally, I like to see players be one-team players if all of the circumstances that lend itself to that being productive are in place.
And that's Evans penetrating. It's stolen by Davis. Here is Daniels. Bellinelli is covering. Daniels passes to Davis. Miller kicks to Cousins. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Cousins has got 21 in the game. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for New Orleans?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And the wide-open shot from Evans. Another miss by Philadelphia. New Orleans with the ball. They picked up 11 straight, and that one's good. Daniels.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Holmes can't get it to go in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one's good. Daniels.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving him up, knocking down everything.
No one covering. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
What a soft touch from the big man. Embiid's jumper is ATM when he's in rhythm.
Outside Rondo. He kicks it to Davis. He feeds it to Daniels. Dishes it to Cousins. 4 seconds left. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. And now it's up to 25 points for DeMarcus Cousins. Bellinelli. And that's not going to go. DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for the New Orleans Pelicans. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. DeMarcus Cousins having an outstanding game. He had 25 points, 4 steals, and 3 assists. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Way too many turnovers, Ernie. I understand pushing the action, trying to make things happen.
That'll do it for
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play.
Philadelphia's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Simmons is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Dario Saric. And it's Evans in at the 3.
And Cousins with that aggressive scoring mentality. This is a guy who wants to dominate.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Rondo kicks to Davis. 11 feet away. Again, the Pelicans score.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And here's Rondo. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Screen by Cousins. Rondo drives in over Simmons.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
Embiid hits the front of the rim and out.
Got to find a way to energize themselves, get going. 0 for 3. They're looking for their rhythm right now.
Here's Daniels, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Embiid.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Clark, in your rookie season in the NBA, did you ever have a welcome to the NBA moment, a play or a sequence where you were brutally introduced to how unforgiving the NBA can truly be?
Yeah, how about my first night out? Spencer Haywood ran me in circles, and I shot 2 for 17, scored 6 or 8 points, and he was in my head from the very beginning. Thankfully, the Pacers won that game because it was a forgettable night other than that. But Spencer Haywood, even to this day, when I bump into him, reminds me of how he disrupted me and distracted me in that first game of my rookie season.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Al Simmons, 11 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot over Rondo. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
That was an elementary call for them to make there. I mean, once he knocked him off balance from behind, that was a no-brainer.
Rondo kicks to Daniels. Evans against Miller. Daniels. Outside for Rondo. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Another shot. Miller, no luck. The 76ers trail by 12. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And watching Evans there knock down the triple has the ability to be a dangerous outside scorer when he's in rhythm.
Rondo dishes to Cousins. Embiid with the steal. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And then Cousins with the dunk.
You got to love the intensity. Cousins going right for the throat and just jamming that one home.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Shots good by Miller.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Outside, Redick wants to get it to Simmons and does. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Sharich. And slam dunk by Sharich.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Liggins. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Redick passes to Sharich. Kicks it to Simmons. Over Rondo. And there's the feed to Simmons. Second shot opportunity. Simmons missing again.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Shots good by Miller.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
And Sharich kicks to Zeller. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Zeller's got his second bucket.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Cousins.
Well, they say the mid-range game is a dying art form, but after looking at this shot chart, they are injecting a ton of life into it. Whatever space is being offered up to them in the mid-range, they have accepted and have continually knocked down shots to make the defense pay.
And that one misses.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Solomon Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. Ian Clark comes in for Darius Miller.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Jordan Crawford's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Here's Liggins, defended by Covington. Shoots off the screen. They get the rebound. The 76ers trail by 9. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Hill. For 3, Covington. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 9th assist in the game now.
The three-point stroke of Robert Covington is really a thing of beauty. You can't let him get loose from the outside. He's dangerous.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
I like the variety pack offense that Simmons gives you. A little bit of everything. I mean, and that's huge for his team. When you're guarding him, it's almost pick your poison.
Crawford dishes to Davis. He can't get it to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Simmons passes to Zeller. Misses from close range.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Sharich. Jeremy Lamb comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Harrison in for Ben Simmons. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for New Orleans. There's the pick. Pick up by Hill. Nice job coming off that screen. Davis has got 15.
Well, Anthony Davis has a nice high-arching jump shot. I love seeing him shoot it from here. Hard for the defense to match up with him. And, you know, through the long rebuild in Philly, the Sixers' strategy was to develop unproven players and try to find some diamonds in the rough. Not a bad way to go when you're going to be patient. And Robert Covington might have been their best find. A very good defender at both forward spots.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Cody Zeller, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Robert Covington. The 76ers trail by 11. And here's McConnell. Over in the corner, Lamb. Holmes kicks to Lamb. Here's McConnell. Hits the three-point bomb. 5 points in the game.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
And Covington offensively, mostly a catch-and-shoot scorer.
Yeah, he plays well off others. His three-point percentage has kind of went south the last few seasons, but if he works on that, I think he's got a place with this team, or if not this team, then certainly in the league.
The pass to Harrison. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Crawford. Here's Lamb. Holmes passes to Ilyasova. Lamb. And it's off from three-point range.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now, here's McConnell. Defense is right there. Passes it to Harrison. Fires the three. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got his third assist on the night. 1:49 left to play here in the third. Crawford kicks to Daniels. Davis sets a screen. Hill against Ilyasova. Here's Daniels. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Here's Harrison. Another three for Philadelphia.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Crawford outside. He dishes it to Daniels. Davis sets a screen. Daniels with it. 17 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Hill, no good. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shoots from the elbow. No good from Lamb.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
The 76ers trail by 10. McConnell kicks to Holmes. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And it's Bellinelli in for Andrew Harrison. Pelicans leading by 10. Now here's Crawford. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. There's the pick. Davis sets a screen. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
McConnell passes to Bellinelli. Embiid the screen. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 5 assists in the game.
Really like seeing Embiid exert his will, be assertive here. I mean, getting whatever shot he wants inside.
With 1 on the clock, no good on the layup. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pelicans lead by 11. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
Hey, let's. Keep it up, guys. Just keep running, though.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Jordan Crawford. Hill is out there with Davis. Then there's Ian Clark. And it's Daniels in at the small forward position. Off target is 6th miss and 13 attempts from the floor. Evans outside. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. A good look from Evans. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Evans has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the 76ers. Pelicans leading by 9. Here's Clark. Davis sets a screen. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That's his first foul. Some changes for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Solomon Hill. Miller comes in for Troy Daniels. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jordan Crawford. And here are the Pelicans now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Miller, no luck.
And, you know, Kevin, that's what they want, an uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Tyreke Evans, the fourth pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
There's Embiid, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Rondo with it. Evans picks him up. Rondo kicks to Clark. They grab their own miss. Second chance shot, and it's Davis laying it in. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Puts it up from 7, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over the back call.
I thought maybe with a little more hustle, he might have been able to get around him, but he was just a step late.
Cousins with a screen on Evans. And they double up Cousins. And Philadelphia has possession. The 76ers trail by 8. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Evans inside. He's covered by Rondo. And Davis sends it back. And now it's Davis running. He can go all the way. That one goes. Goes in, and now a 10-point New Orleans lead.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robert Covington comes in for Rashawn Holmes. Harrison's checked in for Lamb. And it's Ben Simmons in for Bellinelli. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Fires the 3. New Orleans getting another chance here. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul. And the first one drops. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Evans dishes to Simmons. There's a good screen. Pass to Harrison. It's stolen by Rondo. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Rondo with the ball. They retain possession. Cousins against Ilyasova. Ilyasova a screen. And it's Evans in the corner. Ilyasova against Rondo. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Ilyasova.
In addition to Ilyasova's ability to light it up from the perimeter, he also feels pretty comfortable in the paint.
Miller outside. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Miller's got 10 points here in the second half.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Pass to Davis. Screen by Cousins. And it's Davis missing.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
Simmons with it. Picked up by Davis. No good from Simmons.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
And here's Rondo on the wing. Miller. No good on the three. Rondo against Simmons. That cuts the lead to single digits.
Right now, Simmons is a question with no answer. A tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
And the 76ers with some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Sharch comes in for Robert Covington. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Harrison. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Over Simmons. No good from Cousins.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Simmons.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
They set the pick. Cousins with a screen on Sharch. Clark for 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Back to Simmons. Left side, Redick. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. New Orleans leading by 9. Miller, the pass to Rondo. Back to Miller. There's the dish to Davis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Davis has got 16 points here in the second half. The 76ers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. It's stolen by Rondo. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Rebound, Evans. Evans has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Sharch, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though. And, you know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
Dishes it to Zeller. He kicks to Sharch. It's stolen by Davis. And it's Rondo in the corner. Another miss by Rondo.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And the dunk by Zeller.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
New Orleans leading by 9. Rondo kicks to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
And Cousins, also a good ball handler, just taking it strong there to the hole.
Timeout called the 76ers. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And Philadelphia making a change here. Covington's checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Daniels, he's checked in for Ian Clark.
You got to close up any lane to the rim. If you don't, Rondo is merciless in exploiting it.
And the shot goes down. 25 points for Ben Simmons.
Kevin, it certainly hasn't been for lack of effort, but still, his team needs him to do more out there.
Here is Daniels, covered by Redick. Shoot from the right block. No good from Cousins. The 76ers trail by 11. Covington kicks to Simmons. Saric outside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Redick can't get that one to fall. Well, for New Orleans, shooting well. 50% from the floor. Here's Daniels. And count it. And a chance.